it's Nelly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back to filming videos. I took a little bit of a break, but I'm so excited to be back. I'm also a little bit sick, so if you hear my voice a little nasally or if I sound a little stuffy, you know what's up. I don't even know how I got sick. I usually have someone around me that's sick, and that's how I tend to get sick, but this time around no one around me is sick, so I have no idea where this is coming from. But in today's video I am going to be showing you guys my powdered foundation routine, my powder foundation face. I have been wearing this routine for the past like month and a half, and I'm so freaking excited to sit down and film it for you guys because I get so many compliments whenever I wear this face out. Everybody always tells me my complexion looks really good and wow, your face looks really beautiful. What did you use? What products do you use? So I decided to go ahead and film it for you guys. Before we go ahead and get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to also subscribe to my vlog channel because I just started a vlog channel. I'm going to be posting my first video tomorrow, so definitely go ahead and check out the link in the description to subscribe and see what I'm up to in my personal life. So without further ado, let's zip it and let's get to work. First things first, you want to make sure that your skin is nice and clean and moisturized. I did go ahead and apply my moisturizer earlier on this morning, so my moisturizer has had enough time to kind of set into the skin. You definitely, when doing this powdered foundation routine that I'm about to show you, you definitely don't want to have a sticky base. You don't want to have anything wet on your skin. So many people complain when they do a powder foundation because they feel like their skin looks cakey, it doesn't look good, and most likely it's because they had something wet underneath and that's making it kind of cake up and get a little creasy. I usually do my moisturizer first thing in the morning, and then I just kind of let it sit in during the day, so by the time that I go do my makeup, my moisturizer is nice and absorbed into the skin. I am going to be using a primer for today's video because my skin is a little bit more on the combination dehydrated side. Especially now, not only am I sick, and when I get sick my skin tends to get a little bit dehydrated and a little bit dry, but I also have been going out in the sun quite a bit this past couple weekends, so my skin is definitely feeling it, and it's feeling a little dry and a little dehydrated, so I am going to go in with a little bit of a moisturizing primer just so that the foundation doesn't look really dry and cakey on the skin. I am going to be using the Fenty Beauty Primer. I like this primer because it moisturizes the skin, it smooths out any of my pores, but at the same time it absorbs into the skin super quickly. So next up we're going to move on to the powder foundation. So I have been loving, obsessing over the Kat Von D. This is the Lock It Tattoo Powder Foundation. I use the shade Medium 53. I've had this for years. This is my favorite powder foundation. I have tried quite a few, and this is the only one that I feel like works for my skin type, and I just love the coverage, I love the color, I love the consistency, I love how long it lasts on my skin. Everything about this is just perfection. And I also really like the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in number 2, and I use this for under my eyes, which I'll show you guys in just a second, but we're going to start with the Kat Von D Lock It Powder Tattoo Foundation. If you guys have any other powder foundations that you really enjoy, definitely let me know in the comments because I'm open to trying new things, and especially from the drugstore. If you have a good powder foundation from the drugstore, let me know because I want to try it. You can definitely go in with a big fluffy brush, something like this. This is a Luxie 520 tapered face brush to apply it. This is going to give you a little bit of a very light kind of coverage. If you definitely want a full coverage, you need to go in with a little sponge like this, with a little powder puff, and I'll link mine down in the description. I get mine off of Amazon. I get them in a pack of I think 5 or it's 3 or 5, I'm not sure, but I'll link it down below. Mine is really dirty because I do use this routine quite often. This is what the foundation looks like when you open it up. Like I said, I use this a lot, so I definitely need to get a new one at this point. But I am going to go in with my powder puff, and I am just going to do a little swirl in there and get the foundation into the powder puff. Now, the way that I apply this, it's like if I was just blending my foundation in with the Beauty Blender. So you know when you use a liquid foundation that you do a pump in the Beauty Blender, you kind of bounce the Beauty Blender on your skin. That's the same thing that you're going to do with the sponge. So I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. So I'll start right here. So I first like to press it down, and then I kind of just start blending it into the skin. So doing tapping motions. You want to make sure that you push the foundation into the skin. Push it real good. Look how flawless it looks already. Like, I love this routine. You definitely don't want to swipe the foundation into the skin. You want to press it in, because when you swipe, you kind of remove the product, and you definitely want to make sure that the product is pushed into the skin. This is half of my face with the powder foundation and half of my face without the powder foundation. As you can see, this foundation has amazing coverage. Like, it covered pretty much everything that I needed it to cover, and it was so freaking quick to do. So this is one side of my face with the powder, and this is one side without the powder. So you can definitely see the difference. Now, it is a little bit light for me because I did get a little bit of sun, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work with bronzer and all of that. Now, if you feel like you applied a little bit too much powder, you can go in with a brush and just kind of run it over to remove any excess foundation that you may have applied. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do the other side of my face. Okay, so this is the face with the foundation on. Now I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I really like this powder for under my eyes. The Kat Von D, you can definitely use it under your eyes, but it's just a little bit too thick in my opinion for the under eyes. So I like to go in with the Flawless Finish powder because it's just a little bit thinner, and in my opinion, it looks a little bit better under the eyes. So again, I'm just gonna take a little bit with my powder puff, and I am just going to apply this under the eyes. I'm just going to continue on with my makeup like I normally would. So I'm going to bronze, contour, apply blush, highlight, and all of that like normal, because the only difference is that instead of using a liquid foundation, we just used a powder foundation, and it was so easy and so fast to do. So I think I'm just gonna show you guys the whole entire thing, because why not? We're already here. So I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge, and this one is dry, with a little bit of translucent powder. I am using the Ben 9 translucent powder in Fair, and I'm just going to put this under the eyes and on the sides of the nose, just to add a little bit more brightness under the eyes. So now I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the skin. I am using my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I am taking it with that same Luxie 520 tapered face brush that I showed you guys earlier, and I am just going to bronze up my face. Now I'm going to take the powder foundation one more time with that sponge once again, and I'm just going to drag this down to carve out the bronzer area. For blush, I am going in with the Buxom Wanderlust blush in Seychelles. This color right here, it's so pretty. And I am just going to apply it right here in the apple of the cheek and back. These blushes smell amazing. They smell so freaking good. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a clean brush, and I'm just going to wipe off the powder that we have under our eyes. I'm going to switch my brush to a dual fiber brush, and I am just going to wipe off the bake that we did with our foundation and bring it up to soften everything. So I'm taking a little bit more of my bronzer, and I'm kind of contouring my nose slightly, nothing crazy, just a little bit. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of that translucent powder and just apply it on the sides. I went ahead and did a super quick eye makeup look. Like literally this is nothing. I just threw in a little bit of brown in the crease, and then I did just kind of like this brown winged liner that looks a little janky, but that's okay. And then I threw on some lashes. These are the Dame Boss lashes in the style Blessed. So that is what I did to the eyes. And I also did my lips. I did the KKW lip liner in number 2 with the Kylie liquid lipsticks in Naked and Birthday Suit. That is what I have on the lips. And now we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of the face. I am taking the KKW number 2 brightening powder. And the reason why I'm taking a brightening powder is because, as you can see, I still have a little bit of darkness under my eyes. Definitely, if you have darkness, I would recommend going in with a concealer and then doing your foundation. But I didn't think of it today. My brain is on sick mode, so we're gonna keep it pushing. So I'm taking a Sephora. This is a number 75 angled contour brush, but I'm going to use this for the powder. So I'm going to dip the brush into the powder and I'm going to press it down in the under eyes. Boom, look how much brighter the under eye looks. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go ahead and highlight just a little bit. I am taking my Fenty highlighter in Hustler Baby, and I am going to apply to the tip of the nose and down ridge of the nose. Now I'm going to take a little bit and apply it to the highest point of my cheek. Now the most important part of this makeup look is your setting spray. We used a ton of powder, so in order to make sure that the powder stays put and that it doesn't look cakey, we need to set it. We need to make sure it's locked in and that everything is going to stay looking as fresh as possible. I love the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, so I am going to apply a very generous coat of this. You do not want to be humble about it. You want to like shower in this because we did apply a ton of powder. So give yourself a really good spray. And let it dry. Alrighty guys, so this is it. This is a completed look. I kind of went ahead and put myself together really quickly. I added a headband, I added some fun earrings. Funny story about these earrings, I have actually had these earrings since I was in middle school. These are like one of my favorite jewelry pieces that I own. I just love the color of them and I love how they hang. I don't know, I just really like them. And I did go ahead and add some bracelets and stuff. I will have everything linked in the description if you are interested. I don't think I'm going to be able to find these earrings, but if I do, I will make sure to link them. Not the most glamorous look, but definitely put together in my opinion. So this is it. This is the finished look. I knew that this foundation routine took me like 10 to 15 minutes to do, but it wasn't until I actually sat down to film it that I realized how quick and easy it truly was. Like this is the fastest I have finished filming a video in a very long time. Like this took me like 30 minutes to film, which is crazy. So if you are on a time crunch, this is definitely the tutorial for you. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you go ahead and give it a try. As you can see, the overall look is really beautiful, really natural. If you look really closely, you can still see some of my freckles, which I absolutely love. And it's so easy to do. My face doesn't feel tacky and nothing is rubbing off. It feels really nice and comfortable and it's so fast to do. So that is it, and that is everything that I have to share with you guys today. As always, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out my vlog channel. I will be uploading there tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.